Okay, nobody laugh.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Willkommen. I guess there's a lot of ways to say it, but if you're watching this now, you are here to celebrate or find out what in the heck is World Laughter Day anyway. Hi, my name is Elaine Nieberding, and I am your host for the second of 3 World Laughter Day Hangouts. Yes, World Laughter Day. You see, it was 20 years ago this year that a medical doctor, Dr. Madan Kataria, who had been doing some research into the nature of human laughter, he decided, I want to do an experiment and see what this is all about myself. And so he went into the park in Mumbai, India with his wife and some others, and what emerged from there was the practice known as laughter yoga, a practice of intentional laughter, practice laughter, where we laugh on purpose without using jokes or humor or comedy. And this whole practice that began in the park with just 5 people has now spread 20 years later to more than 100 countries around the world. And there are something like 1,000 or more public laughter clubs around the world. And this practice is also spread into healthcare settings, schools, military centers, prisons, community organizations, senior residences, and lots of places. Why? Because laughter really is the best medicine. It's time now for us to explore this idea of using intentional laughter for health, happiness, and peace. And I'm very happy to have with me here today 3 lovers of laughter, 2 of whom are laughter leaders and teachers, and 1 of whom is just a grand joy bug friend of mine from Google+, where I hang out to do my hangout programs. And so, first of all, I'm going to welcome Kate Squire Howe, and I want her to tell me where she's hanging out from, and then give me a good laugh. And everybody who's watching, just breathe, smile, and as she laughs, you know what? Be the mirror. Laugh back, and we'll laugh too. Okay, Kate, take it away.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name's Kate Squire-Howe, and I'm from Cape Town, South Africa. And it's wonderful to be with everybody. It's 8 p.m. in Cape Town at the moment, and a sample laugh.
You see, we are going to get this laughing party started, and if you see me put up my hands like that, that means I want to hear the laughter ramping up all around the world from who's ever watching, live or even on replay. How will I hear the laughter on replay? I don't know, but I think there's something magical about the way laughter connects us in humankind. And now I want to welcome, from the land of cheese, yes, Miss Lauren Hunt. Lauren, tell us where you're hanging out from. And then
hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. My name is Lauren Hunt, and I'm laughing in from Viroqua, Wisconsin, a beautiful rural farming community where we do have lots of wonderful cheeses that we grow here and make. And I just want to invite you all to laugh with me right now, do a little handshake laughter.
And so, during the course of this program, we're going to be doing a number of things, but every time we might end a laughter exercise, we might remember to do something we do often when folks get together for laughter yoga or laughter wellness, and that is the very good, yay acknowledgement. It goes like this. Laughter leaders, do this with me. It goes, very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Yay!
Yay!
Very good. You see, this thing of laughter yoga invites us to rediscover, rekindle, and reaffirm that we have this capacity to be playful, like when we were kids, before the play got conditioned out of us, and before laughter become all linked to conditioned things of what's funny or what's not funny. You know, when babies are born, or when they start laughing around 2 months old, they haven't learned anything about jokes, right? They just laughed for the joy of it, for the joy of being alive and looking around and saying, what's this and what's this, and oh gee, I'm here, and like life is a party. So we are here to remember that we can rediscover this joy within that's been pressed down, stumped down, crunched in, and we're going to let it fly. That's what we're going to do today. And so now I'm going to welcome my third panelist. This is my good friend on Google+, another Hangout host like me. Oh golly gee willikers. And tell us where you're hanging out from, Margarita Crystal Lotus, and then give us a laugh, because that's what we're here to do.
I'm hanging out from Kingston, Ontario. I'm a Swedish national that hanging out from here. I've been here 20 years, and I'm going to do a Canadian laugh.
Gee, it's very interesting. This morning, we were saying goodbye to one of our, on our Hangout number 1, we were saying farewell to Linda Leclerc, a master trainer in laughter yoga, and she hails from Canada, like you do, Margarita Crystal Lotus, but she's in the French-speaking area of Canada, and so we bid her farewell, and I said, you know what, let's all laugh in French. So can anybody imagine what it's like to laugh in French? I don't know. Well, let's try. And to my grand panelists, and to all of you around the world watching live or replay on Google+, on YouTube, or on the yeslaugh.com website. That's mine. Thank you for being here. Very good, yay, for deciding that you're going to do some laughing with us for health, happiness, and peace. So, this is the second year that I've hosted some World Laughter Day Hangouts. It was last year that I started exploring this world of doing digital connections with the world via this medium called Google Hangouts. I said, I'm a laughter yoga teacher. I'm a holistic nurse. Maybe it would be fun to giggle on Google. There we go. And so I contacted the founder of laughter yoga, Dr. Madan Kataria. And I said, there's this great new technology happening. How about if we do some laughter hangouts to celebrate World Laughter Day? And he said, great idea, Elaine. Why not? And he actually said that. Why not? And so, for all of you experiencing the power of this kind of medium, I hope you'll really get more curious about doing Hangouts. And especially if you're laughter yoga leaders or teachers, let's get more of the world laughing, all right? Anyway, so last year, May the 4th of 2014, we had 3 Hangouts, and Dr. Kataria graciously was able to be with us for 2 of them. For the third one, he wasn't, and so instead of him personally delivering his World Laughter Day message, I got to deliver it because I had with me Dr. Kataria on a stick. Now, Here's the story. And for those people who are watching who are laughter yoga leaders and teachers, you will appreciate this. It was 2011 on World Laughter Day. I didn't know anything about laughter yoga. I had been watching CNN, a news broadcast in the morning, and they did some coverage about this thing called World Laughter Day. I saw all these people gathering together laughing. I said, what in the heck is this? I'm curious about this. And so after I watched the activity, I then went online and said, laughter yoga, Google search, what is it? And I found out about this movement, and that people taught laughter yoga and led laughter yoga in public arenas and in businesses and all kinds of places. And I said, that's for me. So I did a search of where I could take training. And I found that in San Francisco, where my son lived, there was a laughter yoga teacher named Teresa Corrigan offering training at the University of California, San Francisco Medical Center, an integrative medical center, and she's offering contact hours for nurses. I'm a nurse, so earning contact hours, good thing. So I took my training. It was wonderful. When it was time to get our little graduation certificates, she said, now let's take pictures with you and me and Dr. Kataria. And she had these, Dr. Kataria on a stick. And so I thought, this will be a perfect way, light of heart, for a way for Dr. Kataria to be present as I read his message to the world for World Laughter Day. So, take a deep breath in and smile. And listen to the words of a man who simply decided, I'm going to follow my own curiosity. I'm going to follow my own passion. And he had no idea of what would be born because he followed his own inner spirit, his own instinct, and he took action. So here's what he has to say to us today. Dear laughter friends, every first Sunday of May we celebrate World Laughter Day. It's intended to build up global consciousness of health, happiness, and world peace through laughter. If people all over the world are happy and healthy, they will contribute to world peace. Now, why are people not happy? It's because they look for happiness in the outer world. Laughter yoga has taught us that the easiest way to be happy is to find happiness within. The motto of all laughter clubs is, we don't laugh because we're happy, we are happy because we laugh. Despite modern advances, people are falling sick. Stress is the root cause of more than 70 to 80% of illnesses. Depression is a #1 sickness, while hypertension, heart disease, diabetes, and cancer are becoming pandemic worldwide. Governments and individuals all over the world are finding it difficult to meet healthcare costs. And this is where laughter yoga is an ideal solution. It is the easiest, safest, and most economical solution for physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being. Laughter yoga. Laughter practices are sweeping the world, and it's present in more than 100 countries. Apart from social laughter clubs, it's being practiced in companies, corporations, senior centers, schools, colleges, universities, hospitals, fitness centers, physically and mentally challenged organizations, and prisons. On this auspicious day, we announce, this was the message from 2014. But this is important to know. He announces the commencement of Laughter Yoga University in Bangalore, India. This is a non-academic university and will teach people how to be happy and healthy. We are starting our teaching and training programs from August of 2014. And I know one of the women, Master Trainer Linda Torr-Lucas, who has gone to India and participated in some of the rich activities at Laughter Yoga University. Let us all stand for a minute and laugh heartily with our arms pointing skyward and send out positive vibration and love and peace in this world. And so, I invite everyone now, if you hold wishes, for the good of all humankind, that everyone would open up to experience more health, more happiness, more peace, then do this simple act with me now. Smile. Take a deep breath, and let's just let the laughter fountain bless everyone and everything. Here we go.
Very good. Very
Very
good.
good.
Yay!
Now, for some of you who are watching this who haven't heard about this practice of laughter yoga, maybe you've heard about yoga and you've often heard laughter is the best medicine. Why would something be called laughter yoga? Well, I'll tell you why. The practice of laughter yoga includes these playful, childlike laughter exercises where we weave into the activity deep breathing, pranayama breathing. And pranayama breathing is an aspect of the practice of yoga. When we take deep breaths in, and when we do long, complete exhales, we empty our lungs of the stale air. Think about it, people. Most of the time when you're walking around, you're not paying attention to your breathing. You are only using 25% of your lung capacity. And like there's all this stale gas in there that needs to come on out. When we exhale fully and when we breathe in this fresh air, we do. Our brain, our whole body feels refreshed by this extra oxygenation. So that's why this practice is so good. The other thing I want you to think about too is when you think about hearty laughing from the belly, it is very similar to the practice of crying, where it's almost the same kind of thing. You're pressing up, you're expelling air, your countenance is very different, but you're also expelling that stale air and also getting rid of stuck-up energy. And I have a question for each of my laughter leaders and teachers. Have you ever had an experience where maybe you were doing this laughter practice on your own and you were just like laughing and laughing and laughing, and then your laughing spilled over to crying, and maybe you were doing it alone in the safety of your own house, and then it spilled back over into laughing again? I'm just curious, has that ever happened to you, Lauren? Have you ever done laughing?
Oh, yes. Oh, totally. And I've lead a social laughter club here in my town, and I've had experiences also where laughter club members have come and started laughing, and then all of a sudden they've just been overcome with emotion, and I just try to encourage them to let it come out, and we'll just always redirect to joy. But I've had experiences myself where I've been laughing, 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 and then just cry, 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 and it's just such a wonderful release.
And, you know, in so many psychological and spiritual disciplines now, we're really encouraged to accept the full range of our human emotion. We do have grand joy, and we do have despair and grief, too. And if we can accept all of those as part of being human, rather than being embarrassed about it, we can live healthier lives. Some of the time we have to release, especially when difficult things are going on, we have to release our attachment to the story that we're placing on that difficult circumstance. And that's why, especially when we're even having hard times, if we can say, let's bring laughter to it, so maybe I can move from, really negative kind of back into balance or back into neutral. Let me ask for Kate's thoughts on this matter. What do you think?
Sure. I find laughter is, as we know, it's a cathartic experience. So for me, when I'm laughing intensely, there comes a point where I'm not sure if I'm laughing or if I'm crying. And that really works with spiritually of one taste. Doesn't matter if it's laughter or crying. So what I've experienced in the social club is that afterwards, it's not so much that people cry, but they're releasing it. They look like they're laughing. And afterwards, I say to people, you might be connected with a deep sorrow, you might be connected with an anger, you might be connected with a joy. And that's fine, no matter what you're feeling. I mean, all feelings are welcome, to just let it live with you for a while. So I certainly find that laughter helps connect us with these experiences, but not get too attached to whether or not I like this or I don't like that. It just is what it is.
It just is what it is. And Margarita Crystal Lotus, I have come to know you as such a wise guide and spirit. So as we're talking about this, what comes to mind for you?
Well, I work with healing. I work with the clients who have difficult problems emotionally. And the way that it can turn a crying fit, we bring it into laughing fit and then let it hang out. And that is such a beautiful experience, because if you're starting to cry, and then I'm encouraging that. So maybe I'm in laughter yoga teacher incognito. But it's the release is so profound, and it creates this endorphin state that is just like, no drugs required.
Right. Oh, that is beautiful. That is really, really, really amazing. Where shall we go with this? In the last 2 weeks, there have been some real tragedies and areas of strife and difficulty made very public through our airwaves, through our digital media. We've heard about in Nepal, tragic earthquake. One would say, well, that's no laughing matter. And indeed, for all those suffering, it is not a laughing matter. But I know that there are some teachers of laughter and laughter yoga who have even gone into areas of distress. There's one, Susan Dustin, who has gone into hospitals and into like refugee areas where there are people who have been displaced by dramatic climactic or weather events. And she's brought in these exercises because sometimes when there are difficult things going on, reason would say, I don't dare laugh, or I can't laugh. I have no reason to laugh. Sometimes in areas where seniors live, and maybe they're isolated from family, or they have conditions of chronic illness that leave them, physically not so mobile, and maybe a little socially isolated, they might feel like they don't laugh often. But we do know that there have been places where people bring laughter in and they just say, let's do this as physical exercise, and let's even fake it till we make it. And so if you happen to be watching today and you're saying, this is a lot of hooey, there's no way that I could laugh, I encourage you to just say, let me open up with the tiniest bit of willingness to explore this. What things do I stuff down? What things do I not acknowledge? How can I dare to look at myself with something as simple as an exercise? Like I wake up in the morning and I notice, oh, there's my scarecrow hair again, so I'm going to laugh. But we can bring this laughter to anything and everything, can't we? Lauren, you have your photo off, but it was either you or was it Kate? Did you want to say something about a little more about this?
Yes.
Kate, go ahead.
Okay, so I've had the experience of sharing laughter yoga in the oncology unit at our main hospital here in Cape Town, South Africa, and
You're not answering.
All right. So I've shared laughter in the oncology unit at Groote Hospital, and what's amazing is that, particularly in South Africa, you know, you walk into the unit and it's a state hospital, so we've got people who can't afford treatment, and because of that, people are more inclined to sit in their cultural groups. So we'll have groups of people sitting in the room, really much trying to keep to themselves before they go for chemotherapy treatment. And that's when I share laughter yoga. And what I found is that through sharing laughter together, I mean, even I can share an exercise that I love doing with the patients. Through sharing laughter together, we become a group of people working through a cancer experience, and we're very much united. And I find the anxiety levels drop, people feel good, the endorphins are released, and they feel more positive as they go into the chemo ward, which is really, really beneficial. The exercise that I do with people in the hospital it's called Laugh Away Your Aches and Pains. So I really invite people we just take any pain that we're feeling, and you're gonna do it with me, and we take it and we laugh it away. So we're gonna go ha 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 ha
Very good.
Very good.
Yay! And so, Kate, you know, I have had a number of times in my laughter yoga journey, I have had such a synchrony of experience. It's like, I think God put me right here to discover this new thing, and this is the arena for me to go down, and this is the thing for me to do. Now, Kate, you and I just met yesterday, and we didn't talk very much on the phone, but here we are connected. I'm in USA, Maryland. I spell that Merryland. And you're in South Africa. And once again, through the beauty of this digital intimacy that we have created here, I've learned you have done laughter yoga in a healthcare setting for cancer patients, and I'm a former oncology nurse. Now, while I have done laughter yoga with the American Cancer Society in one setting in downtown Baltimore as a volunteer, I have not gone back to the hospital that I was working in oncology nursing to do this. But I think I might revisit that, and perhaps you and I will even we'll collaborate. We'll brainstorm about this, about how we might be able to uplift lives of people in that arena. We'll see, won't we? We'll see. Okay. So what I would like to switch gears and do now, we're at about 1/2 the hour, which means we have another half an hour for laughter and more conversation. And I think that what I would like to start out with now is let's do some laughter exercises. We'll go round robin. And I'm going to ask my certified laughter leaders and teachers, Lauren and Kate, to lead them with me. And I want to start out doing one about regional food. Okay, I live in the state of Maryland, and one of our most favorite foods to eat come the summertime is steamed Maryland blue crabs. Of course, by the time you steam them, they turn red, but they're cooked in a very peppery, spicy sauce and seasoning. And so when you eat a Maryland crab and it's too hot, you gotta react. You do respond and you gotta laugh. So everyone, pretend you're eating something hot and spicy and laugh. Very good. Very good. Yay! And I'm now going to go on over to Lauren, because you said you were from Wisconsin, and I'm wondering if you have any cheesy laughter exercises.
Well, I was teaching a fun laughter exercise to Kate before we got on the call here. That is often fun to do in a social laughter club, where you put your hands together and clench your fingers together and flip them upside down and hang your thumbs. And then you go around to each other and you milk each other's thumbs as if you're milking a cow, and you laugh together. So here we go. You guys put your thumbs down and I'll milk. Very good. Yay!
Okay. Kate, do you have, are there some interesting foods that you eat down in South Africa? Or
yes,
do a eating-related laughter exercise.
Well, we've got lots of interest in eating foods, but I mean, none too hot, or it's all pretty safe. If anything, it might be the cook sister that's a bit sweet.
Okay, well,
and when we have a cook sister, yeah?
No, do whatever you want. Take it. Go ahead.
Okay, so then I'm going to do the milkshake laughter. Because if we eat something really sweet, then we need to have a milkshake. So the milkshake laughter, it's like the Indian milkshake, like the lassi. So we're going to pour it, and we're going to go,
We want everybody watching to make a milkshake and laugh with us. Okay.
Ready?
Let's do it And then, of course, if we happen to be dairy intolerant, we take our milkshake and we throw it over our shoulders. So let's do that. Okay?
Do you do a third part to that one, Kate? I do a third part.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
The
Okay.
third part where we can throw the milkshake?
Yes.
Oh, I love that. I'm so glad you reminded me of that. So we can take our milkshake. It's part of childlike playfulness. Take our milkshake and we can throw it at somebody in the circle. So let's go. Okay.
And now, since everyone is all covered with milkshake, and it's time to get it off, it's time to go take a shower. And we're going to use our laughter toiletries in the shower to get all clean because, you know, that's what you do after you've had milkshake thrown all over you. So, you're going to disrobe. Everybody do this with me. Pretend to disrobe. Then you're going to open your shower. And you're going to walk on in and turn on the water, and you pretend that your soap is laughter soap. So there you go. You're going to lather, and every place you're going to scrub. Very good. Very good. Yay! Okay. And now we're going to weave that deep breathing back in, and let's call this rinsing breath. We'll take a deep breath in, and then we're just going to imagine we sigh as we stand under the rinsing water and rinse off all the suds. Deep breath in. We'll do this 3 times. It feels so good. Very good. Very good.
Very good.
Yay! Now, let's say we get out of the shower, we grab our towel, and we do we get our towel, and I know we're not going to be quite in rhythm with each other on the audio, but let's go ho, ho, ha, 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 as we dry ourselves off. Okay, everybody. Ho, 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 Very good. Very good. Yay! And dear Lauren, would you be too embarrassed if I said, well, sometimes when you're in the bathroom, you know, while you're in there, sometimes you sit on the can, but instead of doing a number 2, instead you're going to do vowel movement. Would you lead us in vowel movement?
Hey. Then you have I. We have O. Then our next vowel is E. A-E-I-O. What did I miss? U. You. And sometimes Y.
And sometimes
Why?
Why?
Why are we laughing? I don't know.
Why am I laughing? Oh, that's a good one. Why am I laughing?
Why am I laughing? I have no idea. I'm laughing for no reason.
Right. Why are we laughing? Everybody do this. Laugh for no reason. Why am I laughing? I don't know. Very good. Very good.
Very good.
Yay! Okay, right now I am going to lead a beautiful follow and response, kind of a chant that I learned from Sebastian Gendry, who is one of the Laughter Yoga Master Trainers, who is also, what is emerging through him is a new variation of laughter yoga called laughter wellness. And so sometimes at his gatherings, he does this fabulous chant that's called the I am awesome chant. So I'll say the first line, and when I point to you, you repeat the same thing, okay? So it goes like this. I am awesome! Now, second time. You are and we are So right now I was laughing because I got out this pen, this marker. I was expecting it to work, and of course, you know, dry ink. So I go, I'm laughing. But I was attempting to show everybody this word. I'm going to hold this up real close. Awesome. And look what awesome has in it. It has a we and it has a me. You see, we're not just here in this life to do everything to help yourself succeed or yourself be protected. No, every me is woven into every we. We're all in this humanity thing together. And in fact, I think we're all in these holy shift times together. Dramatic things are happening. We see them everywhere on the planet. And what are we here to discover? That we really are all connected. And so, once again, if you're listening today, what do we all have in common? We have this universal human language in common, laughter. It is awesome. And so let's make this world an even more awesome place by giving ourselves permission to laugh more often, to bring play to our self-care. I mean, how many people do you know that make self-care into a work ethic? And it's a problem. And I want to ask each one of you, Margarita, talk about this, because you counsel women.
Yes. Well, first of all, I say love you. Love yourself, because this is the mirror of yourself. And so if you attract somebody to say love you or be happy or joy, that's a reflection of you. That's a reflection of what's really is inside of your heart. So let's open our hearts. This is my message.
That's so beautiful.
Yay.
Kate. Kate, do you have anything to add to that?
Oh, that's really well put. I find with what I love about being a laughter professional is it's bringing home the message for people that it's about self-care, taking care of our others, of taking care of ourselves. Because if we take care of ourselves, then we're able to be of benefit and take care of others. It's the same thing as putting the life mask on yourself before you put the life mask on the person next to you. You've got to know how to take care of yourself, and then you're really able to be of benefit in the world and take care of others. So part of the work that I love doing is working with care professionals and strengthening the care professionals so that they can strengthen and take care of the patients.
That's beautiful.
Yay.
And Lauren, how do you weave into the work that you do with different people in different communities this whole thing about coming to appreciate ourselves, you know, like right where we are?
I love that you're bringing this topic up because it's such a theme in my life lately. Because besides leading laughter yoga in my community and around the area, I am also a personal wellness coach for women. And I mostly work with moms who are just going through the stress and burnout from being a mom, which every mom goes through, and are maybe suffering some relationship challenges because of that. And the number one thing that I work on with moms is increasing their self-care routines and increasing the amount of care that they're doing for themselves. So it's something I talk about a lot with the women that I work with, is learning how to take more time for ourselves and filling our cups up before we can take care of our children and all of that. So it's a really big theme for me, and I find that having an intentional practice of laughter has become one of my core things that I do to take care of myself. I try to hop on a laughter phone call as much as possible every day, and if I'm not working or something and I can't make the call, but there's wonderful ways that we can just laugh even by ourselves. And so I like to just set a timer on my phone for 5 minutes and just let myself laugh for 5 minutes. If I can't get on a phone call, I can't make it to a social laughter event or something like that. So just encourage everyone to think about how you can do what you love to do. Maybe it's not laughing. Maybe it's dancing or singing or getting out in nature or creating art or making music. Or it looks so many different ways. So.
Yeah, that's beautiful. This makes for a natural segue about all the places that people can look for to get their laughter support and nourishment. And Lauren just mentioned that there are some telephone lines where you dial in and folks are there, and they may vary how they do it, whether they're just laughing, or whether they're doing something akin to a laughter exercise, which is described. So there are those. And then there's also something that one of the guests on my morning program, Jagat Singh Bisht, described. There is a Skype laughter club, and so folks can check that out. If you Google Skype Laughter Club, you'll come up with a Facebook page and a website that'll tell you about that. And if you go onto the Skype Laughter Club, that activity has no laughter exercises per se. Everybody who goes on there just decides, I'm just going to laugh and laugh and laugh. And the people who might start off kind of faking it till they make it. But our bodies are wired with these things called mirror neurons. So as we hear or as we see this activity and sound of laughing, it triggers our own capability for our own laughter to be stimulated and to continue. If you're ever listening to a Skype Laughter Club thing, and my ha ha ha, here's, I actually didn't have my power in my computer, and it was telling me, you're running low. But we are empowered again. Anyway, here's the point I was making. If you have a recording device like an iPhone or a phone with a voice recorder, and if you're on Skype Laughter Club, just turn on the recorder and capture 5 minutes of pure laughter. And if you're driving in your car on your way to work, guess what? You don't have to be doing laughter exercises and taking your hand off the wheel. Just turn on the sound of laughter, deep breathe, and start laughing. Ha 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 ha. As I was driving from where I live in a suburb of Baltimore into Baltimore, every day I was working at the downtown hospital. I would very often do laughter exercises on my drive in. And so by the time I walked through the door, I was centered, I was balanced, and I was residing in this intention to be a healing presence in my work and make this connection, because as I walked through the door of every patient room, I was remembering, underneath whatever current drama is going on with them, there's the same soul wanting to be free, wanting to express joy. It's just covered up by the current story, the current drama. But if I remember that about them, and then I remember that same thing about me, I have this core of joy within me, this core of wisdom, this core of caring. If I walk through the door, then I'm in the position to let my reason marry with my intuition and have interactions that bless the other person and bless me. All of this is actually a tenet of holistic nursing and the nursing model by nursing luminary Dr. Jean Watson. But there are many different cultural, spiritual, and philosophical writings and words that express this same thing. Even this, greeting of namaste, it's like the divine, the expansiveness, the holiness, the God, whatever you want to call it, the great mystery that abides within me, it abides within you. And when we remember that, we join in this place of peace, because we really are connected. So, how amazing, as I said, how amazing it was for Dr. Madan Kataria to just pay attention to what was welling up within him to pay attention to, and to get curious about, and to get playful about. And so I love this whole idea of doing laughter, with our families, with our coworkers. We do know that laughter is going into some business settings, and for work teams. Sometimes you can be working on a project. You might not necessarily get along with everybody on your work team. If you could laugh together, you might open up that creativity door as well. I would like to hear now from both Lauren. I'll start out with you, Lauren, and then Kate, to talk about this thing of the creative experience when you're hanging around with people in laughter clubs or other laughter professionals. Because basically, you can just throw out any topic and kind of like, how can I make a laughter exercise about this? And you do. What do you think, Lauren?
Oh my gosh, I've had so much fun doing that with my social laughter club, where a lot of times maybe we'll pick a theme and just make up stuff on the spot, animal exercises, and we just get all playful. We do chickens, we do elephants, we do horses, just make up stuff on the spot. And I found that through laughing more regularly and practicing laughter yoga and attending these different social laughter clubs and conferences and things, that I've actually feel like my ability to think on the spot has improved. I don't know, it's kind of like this, it's practice. You kind of get to practice just letting whatever comes out, come out.
And
so yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And you're doing it with other people. In other words, you're kind of learning to playfully brainstorm with other people. And there are work environments where that's what people have to do. But again, if they're making their brainstorm sessions so serious, they might be missing out on the, some positive creative solutions, which would come from a different place, not simply the rational mind. Let me jump on over to Kate. Kate, any thoughts on this?
Wonderful. Yeah, definitely. So as we've heard, when we laugh, we're getting more oxygen into the body. So we're getting more oxygen into the brain, which means that we actually become more clever. What I found at the social club is that we can have a lot of fun making up laughter exercises. And along with the playfulness is also you develop a confidence and a non-attachment to needing to be right. So there's a lovely exercise that we do with Dr. Kataria when if you make a mistake, if you make a mistake, then it's like you made a mistake. So we learn to not take ourselves so seriously, which really helps us in becoming more creative and becoming more confident in what we do. I've had some fantastic laughter sessions doing in advertising agencies and with creative people like that, and it really helps with the team to loosen stuff up. And when we're laughing, the mind's relaxed, it's open, we're able to think out of the box. So yeah, definitely laughter helps develop confidence, helps us open the mind, think out the box, see things differently, and not take ourselves so seriously.
True, true.
That's okay. And so Dr. Kataria has said, like it's time to dump seriousness / paradox, but get serious about laughter.
Yes.
So that's what for everyone who has been watching today, we've been exploring that. It just occurs to me, and I'm now laughing. I fired up this thing called Comment Tracker, and I haven't even checked to see if people are commenting. Well, I see one here, so I'm going to acknowledge the person who wrote a comment on Google+. And it is Pamela Zeman. She says, ha, 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 thanks for bringing your joy to the Baltimore area. Thank you. We'll see if these blessings of laughter, indeed, we would love them to bless every person, wherever they're in deep inquiry or strife about what is right and what is just, and how do we find what I'll call unifying solutions through play, because when we play, we actually experience these human connections once again. Early on in my laughter yoga training, I saw a documentary by a gentleman named Albert Nirenberg, and the documentary was called Laughology.
Yes,
and
I've seen that.
It's a wonderful documentary. I recommend anybody, go check it out on Amazon or online, where to buy it. If you spend $10 or $20 for it, watch it, share it with people. You will come to understand a lot of the scientific understandings about laughter, and also the cultural, like what has happened over the course of human history, how we have culturally looked at laughter. But he also went into this thing that talked about there are actually, when we look at the behavior of animals actually do play. And for example, when dogs do this pant, 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 is actually like a mammalian precursor of human laughter. And there are sometimes animal species which in some circumstances would be aggressors toward each other, but if one of them starts panting, like, I want to play, don't you want to play? It disengages a violent, attacking, conquering impulse. And so that's why, for groups that are coming together, and it's like, you're wrong, you did me wrong, I'm a victim, maybe there is a different way to begin looking at this. What if we started laughing together? Because as kids, that's like what we all did before we had all these stories and these experiences where we felt wounded or this or that. Let's try laughing more. Let's start being curious. Let's keep our eyes wide open to see what's showing up in our life and how could we respond to that differently. So,
Oh.
oh boy, the topic's gotten kind of serious. So let's take a deep breath in and warm up our giggle as we come to the end part of this program. So take a deep breath in, smile, and let's get back into this place of appreciation. Our hands on our heart. As we deep breathe and laugh, let's extend our laughter outward, and then almost like beckoning in, come into my heart, come into my joy, let me feel my joy, let it come back out. So let's do that. What a beautiful world this could be. And in fact, I'm sure there's some of you old enough watching who remember John Lennon singing, all we are saying is, give peace a chance. Let's change the words to that. All we are saying is, give laughing a chance. Give joy a chance. We can create a whole new world of experience. It starts individually with each one of us. With each one of us. Just deciding, for my self-care, when I get up out of bed, maybe I'll stretch. I'll look at my scarecrow hair and laugh. Ha, 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 ha. And I'll decide, I'm going to have a beautiful day. Maybe I'll start out as after I've gotten out my dental floss, I'll get out some of my mental floss and I'll say, ha, 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 ha. Let me get out those prejudices, those worries, those preconceptions about anything, and start my day with a clear mind, open and ready to experience joy and the expression of my true nature of creativity, of caring, of connection. And with that, I'd like to just go round robin to each of my panelists and just have you share a final word or thought. And then if you have a place where someone can get in touch with you, if you have a current program or course that you'd just like to make a brief announcement about, please do. Let me start with Margarita Crystal Lotus.
Yes. Margarita Crystal Lotus, that's the crystallotus.com. And I wanted to say that what I do really, and it was inspired by you, Aileen, to talk about drama. We look at drama in the mirror. What do we say? We see a word. We actually learn from the drama and create the badge. I did that. Now I'm going laughing.
I love the things that you come up with, Margarita. That's beautiful.
Yay.
So, and thank you.
It was inspired by our friend here from South Africa, Kate, because she said, laughing makes us more clever. So every time I'm with you, Elaine, my brain gets more clever, and then I can come up with these kind of things. It's all your fault.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to go on over now to Lauren. Lauren, I know you've got some laughing things coming up in Wisconsin.
Yes, we do. And here I'm going to change this little thing here. Oh, can you see that? Flip it around. That the Midwest Laugh Fest is happening in 2 weekends from now, the 15th to the 17th of May. It's happening here in Wisconsin. Laughter leaders and laughter lovers from around the Midwest will be joining together at a beautiful rural campgrounds. So we'll be having a retreat together and doing lots of fun laughter. And you can find more information about that at laughinglora.com/laughfest. And if anyone is interested in talking with me more about my wellness coaching, flip that around. Here's my website, laurenmhunt.com. And I just want to share my gratitude to Dr. Kataria and for the whole laughter yoga movement worldwide for changing my life and changing the way things have gone in my marriage, in my family life with my kids, in my own levels of self-confidence. So I'm just eternally grateful for this practice and for coming across this movement. So thank you everybody out there in the world for sharing your laughter and sharing your joy.
Yeah. So Lauren and I connected just yesterday, and she decided that she could participate. I'm so grateful that she could. And what we get from this laughing, it's quite amazing.
It really is.
Now going on over to South Africa. Go ahead, Kate.
All right. So I want to say a very big thank you to you, Elaine, for organizing this Google Hangout and for taking the time to explain to me how it works. It's been wonderful to meet my co-panelists and laughing with all of you and being part of this mission of health, joy, and world peace through laughter. I know the journey of laughter for me has certainly been life-changing. And I am so eternally grateful for that. To Dr. Kataria, the impulse of bringing laughter into the world and all that it's created over the last 20 years. So I am so committed to making laughter go viral in South Africa. If anybody wants to get hold of me, that's my website over there. I send out a newsletter. You don't have to be in South Africa. It's just events coming up, but it's also interesting articles. So we can start turning our attention to joy and happiness and laughter in life and filling our minds with that.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a training coming up next weekend for people in Cape Town, and I regularly train people to be laughter leaders so that we can start many clubs in South Africa and really let it take off and go viral. And I mean, there's so many avenues that we can explore and penetrate with laughter. And that's what we're doing, is we're taking over the world with laughter, guys.
Yes.
So thank you so much for hosting this again. All right.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. So, what an hour, and it's going to be an hour and 10 minutes. You know, though, as the Hangout host, you get to be in control of the clock and just let it flow as it needs to go. So, if you're still here listening, I am very grateful. I would like to thank everybody who's tuned into this program, watching live or replay. In this Google Hangouts thing, as I said, we connect people from all over the world to collaborate, to play, to do creative things, to share information and uplift each other. And particularly if you are a laughter yoga leader or teacher, and if you would like to learn more about this, if there's enough interest, I may be creating a course where we can do some experiences together and grow our ability to connect not only with each other professionally, but extend some of these skills out so that we can communicate and connect with more and more people around the world through this amazing medium of Google Hangouts and making recordings that go onto YouTube. It's a cool thing. So if this is where you can reach me, my website is easy to remember. Yes, you want to be laughing. What do you want to be doing? Laughing. yeslaugh.yeslaugh@gmail.com. My website is yeslaugh.com. And like most things in life, is in continual need of an upgrade. So, panel, let's leave them laughing. Let's ramp up that laughter from here to here to here to here, and then we'll sign on off. So here we go. So long, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. We're ending our broadcast. So long.